Hello and welcome back to the old realms. Let me just move my mic. Oh wow, did I make you feel that through the airwaves? I don't know why I'm speaking like I'm on the radio. This is not the airwaves. Yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, I had to move it because it was aimed downwards for some reason. I must have knocked it somehow, but there you go. Anyway, off topic. Let's stay on topic, shall we? Anyway, I've actually been checking for my regiments of renown here. For some reason, I feel like I've lost hearing in my right ear. Oh, that's weird. Okay, not sure. Okay, that's bad. That's real bad. Anyway, point is, Blazing Sun chapter, unfortunately, is not getting resupplied for me right now. I have been doing a bunch of playing off screen. Maybe I've gone crazy from that, and that's the reason why all these random things are happening and going a bit wrong in this episode, in the beginning of this episode. Anyway, there's a bunch of loot that I have available here. I've actually been coming back to Averheim all the time just to try to get rid of all this gear. As you can see, getting another 25,000 from this, 32,000 in fact, maybe even more than that. I actually can't get rid of absolutely everything, otherwise it is literally going to bankrupt this town super easily. As you can see, we actually don't even need money anymore. However, what I have done, which is absolutely amazing, is I've actually gotten to clan tier 4. This is actually what I was attempting to do this entire time, and the byproducts of doing that progression are, of course, goals and indeed influence. So yeah, that was the main reason why I was doing that. I also picked up some new armor as well, by the way. Obviously, we want to try to maximize the ability to stay alive, and because Mr. Woodchuck here is not exactly the greatest when it comes to staying alive, and I'm actually just going to save real fast because I'm actually going to go into the Magister here, and we're going to see maybe whether I can learn a spell or 3 or 5 or 15 billion. Yeah, let's have a look. To understand the winds of magic, you must have the etheric senses. Let me perform an experiment on you to determine your potential. Stay a while and listen. And so on and so forth. Let's see. Oh, it seems we do have the aptitude. All right. Well, what? Really? That was it? That was easy. Okay, I had no idea. I had no idea it was that easy. There you go. We learn Petty Heal. I mean, that's the funny thing. Me learning a spell didn't even fix the whole cannon issue. As you saw in the previous episode, we were able to place cannons down, well, as easy as just clicking your fingers, you know. It was very, very weird, actually, that happened. But there you go. Anyway. Oh, there's this guy. I don't know whether I really want to take him. He's just got bow skill. I don't know whether that's particularly necessary. Anyway, as I said before, we have reached clan tier 4, which means I now have access to a whole bunch of extra career options. These are extremely exciting to me because whenever, I don't know, I feel like that is the feeling that the base game is missing. I don't know whether it's just me, maybe it is, I don't know, but whenever you're attempting to level up a skill and you're on your, you know, perk screen, your skill screen, whatever you want to call it, and you look at the, I don't know, 300 skill level perk and you think, that seems okay, you know, that seems, all right, that's fine, you know, that's okay, you know, that's it. That's kind of how the feeling is when you're seeing that, unless you're talking about throwing skill, or you're talking about, I don't know, maybe to a lesser extent trade skill, because, I mean, the fact is the trade skill 300 level perk, you know, everything has a price. It has the potential to be amazing, but the current iteration is just kind of a bit meh. At least from my perspective. But all I'm saying is this system right here is giving me massive amounts of anticipation. It gives me a lot of satisfaction to see it get unlocked, because we currently can't see what these things are until we actually reach that point. And the excitement that you get from that is extremely high. Or at least I think so. Anyway, this is what I'm actually going to be going for here, because as you can see from the very top there, ranged shots can penetrate multiple targets. That is literally the most powerful thing that I could go for here, and that is exactly what I'm going to be spending all of my saved up career points into. I saved all those up just so that I could spend them on screen along with you by my side. And so there you go. That's what we ended up doing. There is actually a task here from this guy. Oh, yeah, we need to practice spell count. Okay, well, we have Petty Heal now. And I think I have, how much HP do I actually have? I have 165 HP, which is actually not even terrible. I think that's actually not too bad. Anyway, we are going to be going over to the Chaos Portal here, as you might expect. We're just going to test our metal, suffice it to say. Just test our metal against the, you know what? Oh no, oh dear. Okay, I actually didn't want to go in here just yet because it is nighttime and I'm kind of worried that we're going to get into a battle with the pitch black battlefield being our canvas for the overall thing. Oh yeah, it is pretty dark, as you can see. So that's kind of annoying, isn't it? Oh well, never mind. Can't really do much about that. So yeah, anyway, let's switch over to our cannon here. Going to use that right away. Going to put these guys into a... Why are you charging? Why are you charging, you absolute imbeciles? Why are you charging? Get back there, you idiots. I have no idea why they're doing that. Oh well, whatever the case. I'm gonna be telling them to auto-delegate. Oh, okay, I have no idea. Why are they doing that? That is so strange. Delegate off, delegate on, I don't even know. Are we Mr. Miyagi right here? I don't know. But yeah, now that we have this, I should be able to survive just that much longer. But yeah, I kind of hoped that we'd be able to use my cannon just that little bit more. But unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case. Look at how much damage we're able to do, though, with this penetrating shot. It's absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, I basically can't see anything. Thankfully, you can, because I've made it lighter in the editing process. But yeah, for me personally, look at this. Look at how insane this is. I could literally I could do so much more damage. I could do so much more damage like this. Let me see if I can actually do that. There we go. Look at that. That's insanity. That's insanity. And this is exactly the point. These are the kinds of moments that you literally just want to have. That it just tells you everything you need to know. It gives you so much enjoyment. Being able to unlock these skills, being able to utilize them in a wonderful battle. And you can see, look at how simple that was for us to get some kills this time around. But just because we had the added functionality of bullet penetration, that has made all the difference in the world. It's actually staggering how much of a difference that can make. And it's the same thing, I suppose, if you were to think about, you know, thrown weapons, for example. And what's actually funny is I actually didn't even go into battle against any of these Chaos Raiders the entire time I was off screen. And you may think, oh, that's kind of weird. Well, yeah, actually that is kind of weird, because usually I, with a, you know, relatively decent force, I'd basically go in there all the time, you know. I'd try to attack them and try to maximize my renown gains. However, the the better, more efficient path for me as this character, because I was, of course, unable to spec into those career options, because I didn't actually want to do that without you there. So without those, I didn't really have a lot of faith in my own ability to win battles consistently against the Chaos Raiders, even in a manual battle. I'm pretty sure I would have been able to, but I didn't want to chance it just in case. I'm actually not getting any money from this because they don't have any. So we're going to have to, we're going to just have to, you know, keep that around a little bit. Anyway, these fairgrounds are going to be done relatively soon. And I think once they're done, we should be pretty good, actually. So I think what I'm going to do is I will go for a workshop here as the secondary. And then we probably want to increase our food supplies as well. So let's get a granary too. I think that seems quite nice. And I think we're actually done with pretty much everything else. Okay, so what do we do next? Well, I have a plan, okay? My plan is to attack nearby Empire factions. That's it. That's pretty much, you know, the grand plan of things, as it were. And I'm actually just wondering which one is best, because here's the thing. Look at this right now. The vampire counts have literally just taken this. I'm not entirely sure who they took this from. Probably from Stirland, I assume, right? Probably from them. But we also have Reichland coming in. Not sure how... Wow, okay, yeah, that's kind of a bit weird, actually, how they're spread out like this, but yeah, anyway, I'm not entirely sure who's at war against who at the moment. I should probably take a look at that, actually, on the diplomacy screen, just to see exactly what's happening. So, obviously, Stirland is at war against the Blood Dragon people for some reason. Yes, Sylvania is the siege currently going on in Talabekland land. Yeah, Talabekland land. No, you don't need the extra land. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, yes, wonderful. Yes, so this is basically it. So these are the only people that we can fight against at the moment. So Stirland, I believe, seems to be the best next thing for us. So that is exactly what I'm gonna do. And yeah, actually, did he escape already yet? No, he hasn't. Oh, you. Yes, he hasn't escaped yet, which is very, very sad indeed. Actually, one thing I want to do before we do that is I want to go over to the garrison here. Oh, okay, I already have unlimited. Okay, I'm not entirely sure why we have such a small garrison there. Only 147. That is easily going to get taken. Actually, 500 people there total. Maybe it's not going to get taken. But yeah, these are the kinds of battles that I've been doing the entire time off screen, by the way. Just going in, auto-resolving. As you can see, 15 renown and an extremely low chance of anyone being eliminated. As you can see, I literally just lost an Outrider, which obviously is a pretty high tier unit. But the amount of speed that it takes to complete that action is worth it, in my opinion. We're going to be able to get that guy back without too many difficulties, especially considering we now have those new, those new steward skills that actually provide us with additional experience for in exchange for loot and things like that. So I'm actually very much looking forward to extra... I'm actually not entirely sure what to go for here. I think I'm going to go for presents. Yeah, I'm looking forward to actually fighting against these guys. So let's actually fight these villagers real fast. I want everything. Yes, we will attack you, sir. There we go. All right, so this is going to be super, super interesting because this is actually one of the... this is, you know what? I'm gonna be very, very candid here. I'm gonna just say this is probably the only time in this entire playthrough where I've kind of felt somewhat strong-ish. I'm gonna sort of hold a little bit of judgment at the moment because I'm thinking to myself right now, let's not get overconfident. Maybe there's going to be a situation coming up that is going to prove and indeed humble us quite a bit, that maybe we are not actually, doing that well. But yeah, I'm actually kind of intrigued to see what's actually going to happen here. So let's go in against this guy and we'll see exactly what happens. So he's got 118. He has a massive amount of artillery crew, which obviously is a pretty big deal. And what I need to do is I actually need to get into a siege. Yes, I need to get into a siege. I need to get my engineering skill leveled up. So the best way of me doing that, well, it's building stuff. Yes, it's building trebuchets and it's, getting all that stuff worked out. And that's pretty much it. So hopefully we'll be able to do it. And yeah, so there's the Great Cannon. I actually don't know really the best place to put it, at least in this area. This seems pretty awful, to be honest. Oh no, okay, yeah, I guess I'll just put it here then. Oh, this is terrible. Yeah, so here's the funny thing. If I auto-delegate, right? Wait a minute, where are the engineers? That's the question. Where are the engineers? Because if I auto-delegate, they're not actually going to do what they're supposed to do. So if I tell them to auto-delegate or tell everyone to auto-delegate, then they're all going to run into each other. Where are my engineers? Are they not going to go on this now? Maybe I lost them. Maybe I lost a bunch of engineers. I'm actually not entirely sure. Well, that would probably it would probably be a good idea for me to go and get some then, wouldn't it? Oh my. Yeah, it's just a really a bit of a pain to go all the way over to Nuln to be able to get that, but that was a nice shot and a half, wasn't it? That actually prevented me from dying there. I'm pretty sure I would have died otherwise. Oh, does it penetrate through shields? Does this thing literally penetrate through shields when you have this perk? Oh, just crashed. Ah, I've just found out something really, really fantastic. Alright, so apart from the fact that we are just getting bombarded by enemies, I've actually now figured out that I think what I can do is I can actually order these guys to do this by angling myself or targeting my reticule at the cannons, and then I think they actually have the ability to now fire it. Do they? Because it doesn't seem as though they're doing that. So I'm now very consistently getting murdered, so I'm a bit worried about this actually. So auto delegate off? Why is it off? Why is it off, sir? Why is it off? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm not entirely sure why this is not working, because as I said, we have these guys. We only have 6 engineers. These are the engineers, as you can see. Veteran artillery crew, and that's it. There's 2 of them. That's it. We just have 2 of them. Well, that's not very good, is it? So, yeah, I'm going to have to work that out, because now that we've figured the... what a pain, isn't it? Oh, it's such a pain. Anyway, now that we've figured out how to actually place the cannon for some reason, because as I said to you before, I didn't do anything different, you know? Didn't do anything different from the previous episode. There was no solution, no clear solution, apart from the fact that I did purchase an additional artillery piece. And I think that is probably what actually caused us to solve the problem. So yeah, a bit weird. Not entirely sure why it would make any difference for me to have a mortar and a cannon available, but I think that was probably it actually, which is quite funny. Anyway, I'm just going to stand here and shoot through these guys, because I can do that. Oh, that is hilarious. The amount of damage that we can deal now, and the amount of gunpowder skill we're actually going to earn just purely for the fact that I'm able to shoot through enemies is immense. Just look at this. This is insanity. Look at the amount. Oh, the amount of damage. The amount of damage we're doing now. Oh, that is amazing. Okay, yeah, that is exactly what we want. Now, obviously, you've got to think about this. We are in a world where the damsel and the vampire exist. Obviously, if you've seen those series, you know how strong they can be. Now, this is where our gunpowder fellow actually starts to come into his own. This is a very late game kind of build, and very much a case of, well, maybe, I don't know, maybe you're not even going to get to this point. I mean, you will eventually, of course, but it is going to take a lot longer to get to this point than the other characters. At least I think so. Maybe. I'm actually not entirely sure. Maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, the damsel took quite a bit of time to actually get everything unlocked, because I did have to use a certain spell to be able to level up, because I couldn't use my hexes, because hexes actually don't level up spellcraft unless it's the number of casts. You need to cast more to be able to level them up, you know. That's how that works. Whereas if you use a different spell, like for example, I was using a spell called the Green Eye, and if you hit someone with that and you manage to kill them with it, you're going to get more spellcraft than if you were to just cast 1 hex. So that makes a really, really big difference. And oh yeah, nice, nice. Yes, shoot them all. Thank you very much. Wow, we're killing. We are making a killing right now. We are really making a killing. Okay, so there you go. That was a wonderful, wonderful victory for us. Unfortunately, as I say, I actually don't think the artillery are capable of using the cannon. I think we have a bit of a difference here, because what's actually, in my opinion, happening is I don't think I have enough engineers. I think engineers are the ones that will go on the cannon, and artillery crew will be used for the mortars. At least that's what I'm thinking right now. Maybe that's not correct thinking, but that is exactly what I'm seeing with my eyes, and that's why I'm thinking to myself, yes, that's probably it. Anyway, we're going to take this guy prisoner. I don't usually take people prisoner, but I'm going to take him because I kind of want to make sure that we don't, you know, suffer too badly in the hands of our enemies, and we try to, you know, do a little bit of something here. As in, try to reduce their overall combat strength, try to take some wonderful, you know, wonderful fiefs, and we're going to get some, ooh, look at that, nice plate gauntlets. They look very much in keeping with what we want to look like. Look at that. We are looking so cool right now. Gotta say that. My shield is looking terrible. That's the only thing that's looking really, really bad right now. I'm actually thinking, is there a better one? Aha, there's the better one. And now we're looking, well, wait a minute. There we go. That's looking better. Thank you very much. Yeah, my banner, no offense, my banner is pretty awful. So, you know, there's the thing. There's the thing. Anyway, here we go. I have leveled up my gunpowder skill dramatically, and we now have 200 in it. So let's take a look. All right, so as I said to you before, in my opinion, Bomb Suit is not looking that strong. As I've said to you before in the previous episode, I personally feel like it just doesn't give you enough reduced damage. However, here's the thing now. This could be good to survive cannons, because as we've seen, cannons don't actually kill you instantly. I think they do, you know, quite a big chunk of damage if you're hit directly. But if you're only in the explosion radius, you're not going to take too much damage. So reducing that damage by 25% could actually be somewhat useful. I was mostly thinking about siege artillery, for example, catapults. However, I'm going to take bulletproof because we already have an insane amount of protection, and gaining this as well, this is going to make us even harder to kill, which is exactly what we want. Now, otherwise, apart from that, we have Pack It In, which is absolutely amazing. We need to get to 250 for this. When you're using a multi-projectile gunpowder weapon, increase the number of projectiles by 50%. Can we say no to that? No, we cannot. Also, troops in your formation gain 10% bonus damage, and the damage is converted to fire damage when they're using explosive gunpowder weapons. What's the other thing available here? Okay, this is alright, but it very much depends. You're gonna need to use a lot of artillery to actually make this work. Gonna go for some riding skill here, because we currently don't have any additional focus points in that. So that's what we're gonna do. Did I level up, by the way? Because that means I have another career point. Yes, I do. So wages of tier 4 troops and above are reduced by 20%. These other things are pretty decent. This one is really, really good. Hits below 15 damage, do not stagger the player. That is absolutely fantastic, and that's kind of what I'm going to be aiming for here. Otherwise, apart from that, let's move on and see if we can do some more damage to Steerland here. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'm going to try and take the castle. But before we take the castle, I'm actually going to be gathering an army. As you can see, I've got a bunch of people that have just joined my army here, and I also want to see if we can maybe try to increase our overall company size. I don't know whether that's actually going to be helping us at all, or whether it's even going to be possible for us to do that. But that would be fantastic. If we could actually make that work, that would be really, really good. So let's actually just take a quick look here. I just want to see. No, this is the ruler's party size. I have a bad feeling we're probably not going to be able to do this. Maybe I could do this. This is looking really good. Towns held by the towns held by the ruler clan. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Yes, so noble retinues are really good in my opinion. I think this is really, really good. I like this a great deal. So I'm actually going to be proposing this, even though I'm not actually a tier 5 at the moment. I feel like this is going to help us in general, because Empire seems to really suffer from they're kind of in the middle, you know what I mean? They're kind of in the middle. From what I've seen so far, they're not as I mean, they are well statted, and they do have some particularly good, some of them at least have some particularly good armaments. But for the most part, oh yes, we actually got forgiveness of debts. Yes. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, whew. That is something that I was really wanting this entire time. But anyway, yeah. Point is, Britannia has absolutely fantastic, really, really highly geared, highly skilled troops in the form of the Britannian Knights, of course. And then on the flip side of that, you have the vampires, who are running around with armies of literal thousands. And so, you know, taking that into account, you then have to think, well, the Empire is kind of in the middle a little bit in terms of both troop quality and numbers. Because Bretonnian people are... Wait a minute. I think I have to be a little bit careful here. I think there's an army that is coming across here that is really large. Yeah, look, there it is. That is massive. Alright, we're going to have to do something about this. I'm going to try to see if I can maybe... can I do battle against this guy? Oh, he's disorganized. No. Go. What? Do you see that pathfinding right there? That was really weird. Okay, so this guy's actually attempting to attack Averheim. I'm not a big fan of that, actually. That is not great. Can you join me, sir? Yeah, thank you. Join me. Okay, where are my other friends? Okay, well, let's actually have a look here. So we've got 560 in here. I could potentially break in once the siege has begun, and then we could do something. I actually wonder whether we can resupply our ammunition when we are inside, because it looks as though this is going to be a siege defense. Pretty sure it looks like a siege defense right now. Oh, what actually happened here? Why did you guys leave? Oh, it's a mercenary. Oh, okay. Oh, they just left the faction. They literally just left the faction. That is hilarious. Yeah, as you can see, look at that. Oh, that's very funny. All right, yeah, so it will just be me then. Oh, that's terrible. That is really, really terrible. Okay, you better be building stuff over there. Yes, it seems like he is actually building stuff. Because Hinrich is actually in there. I might as well just disband the army now, because there's basically no point in me being in an army by myself, right? Anyway, we're just going to wait a little bit of time, and we're going to see whether this fellow actually decides to commit to the siege. He has. Look at that. He has actually committed to it. I think this is a really, really big mistake. Alright. Well, I'm going to be going in there in just a second. I'm just going to upgrade these, and then we'll go in. Alright, so here we go. This is what we've got to do. We've got to actually, for some reason, fight them on the battlefield. That was not what I was intending to do, hilariously enough. I actually wanted to attack them inside the town, but they didn't allow me to do this for some reason. I don't know why. Let me see if I can place my cannon here as well. There we go. It's on a nice little incline. Hopefully they're actually going to do something here. Hopefully they're going to be doing something real nice for us. And you know what? I don't even have any engineers, so I'm not sure why I placed that down there. I probably should have used the mortar instead. Oh, are we actually... Wait a minute. Was that one of mine? Oh, maybe it's actually working now. I don't know. Oh well, whatever the case, I will just try and do as much damage as possible. Look at this. Oh, so much damage. Can I please reload? I want to reload as fast as possible, please. The amount of damage I can deal is actually immense. Obviously, it's not as strong as you might see from, you know, a spellcaster or something like that. But just see how strong I actually am in terms of survival, because I'm literally surviving through a huge amount of damage here as well. We have a lot of defense, a lot of protection. Just gonna shoot a couple of these. There we go. And where's the cannon, by the way? Where's the enemy cannon? Because I'm not seeing that right now. I should probably try to defeat that, if at all possible. That would be the thing that we really want to try to focus on. Ah, there it is, over there. I see them. Okay, so maybe I can actually do some damage to them. Okay, there they are. Oh no, they are veteran artillery crew. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Not sure why they're not working. Oh well, never mind. Never mind. I guess we'll figure that out as time goes on. I'm just going to try to kill as many of these guys as I can, because I'm right here. Might as well. Oh, so much damage being done right there. And did they just kill some of their own troops? I think they did. it does look as though my cannon is actually firing, which is very, very nice. I'm going to use Petty Heal here just to get myself back up to full HP. And we're hopefully going to be able to continue our onslaught here. I mean, the enemy is actually doing some pretty decent damage by harassing our archers. I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. I would like to try to stop them from doing that, but it is very difficult. No! Are you serious? Okay, it crashed again. Alright, so I'm back, and we're on a battlefield that's very heavily raining right now. Now, bear in mind that I did wait a little bit longer before going in this time, so there's only around 500 to 600 troops here. So I'm very much hoping that that's going to be a little bit less time-consuming, because I think that maybe the increased duration that we're on the battlefield actually makes a pretty significant difference to how likely it is that we're going to suffer a crash. At least I hope that that's not the case, but I kind of just want to make sure that maybe we just reduce the chances. That's it. I just want to reduce the chances. So that's all that I'm... Oh. Okay. So yeah, some weird stuff going on. I actually have no idea why it is crashing every single time I shoot with my weapon now. It could be because I'm hitting this particular enemy with my rifle. That is the only thing I can think of, because it's not even registering the damage before it crashes, or is it? I don't actually know. I don't think it is, because that's the thing that's causing the problem. Anyway, I'm actually going to end this episode off here because, well, I don't really want to load in again, and I'm pretty happy with how this episode went, to be honest. I feel like we are on to the next best thing right now in terms of progression, which is going to be taking this amazing character into these super tense battles. Hopefully I'm going to be able to figure out how to use the cannon a little bit more. I think the cannon was actually being used, by the way, in the previous battle, because I saw a bunch of times where there was a heap of enemies just getting killed in one fell swoop. So that was actually the reason why I thought, hey, you know what, maybe it is actually working. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.